Okay.
Welcome to this installment of Creative Cabin Fever. On today's installment, we're hitting the Waterford Massive again. I would like to introduce you to two of the members of 7Levels. Hi guys, how are we?
How you getting on?
How are you?
So I'm Adam Cullen Stafford. This is Louis Mena. Oh God.
I know, and I'm sure at home everyone who saw my announcement earlier was like, I know which two she's going to be talking to. But we went for the road less travelled. We went for the ones that are less known in the band, which is really interesting to me, you know, because everyone's probably like, oh yeah, she'll be talking to Mike and Jar again. No, I'm not. So you're both really interesting. Obviously, Lou, a lot of people in Waterford would know you from busking in the streets, Lou. And Adam, you're quite the famous musician around town and teacher. So how's 7Levels been adding on to your life and changing things a little bit?
Oh well, for me, like it brought me out of a total like music jazz coma thing, and it opened me right back up to listening to absolutely everything again. I was playing loads of jazz gigs and thinking that like everything else was useless. And then as soon as I got back into a rock band, I realized how important it was to basically be really broad-minded and to kind of not just be shut off to one thing. And definitely by playing with them so far, even only in a short time that I'm with them, has definitely helped broaden my perspective right back. So very, very good. Like I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, and for me, it's been pretty much like heavy music's always been my thing. Like I grew up on metal, like, you know, deathcore, like thrash metal, everything. Like, you know, it's always been my thing. Then I started singing and stuff, so I started playing acoustic guitar and singing, and I realized I could actually make money off that. I wasn't making much money off sitting in my bedroom playing, you know, fucking Slipknot covers and stuff. Like it did nothing, but it gave me a good experience. But it was nice to be able to join a band then with heavier influences and stuff as well. Like, and it was a big change for 7Levels as well, because considering the older music was tame, you know what I mean? It was good, like, but it wasn't what I would be into normally. So it was good to have that change when we changed the name and stuff.
Yeah, like it's a good melting pot of genres, I must say. Like everyone comes from a different background, pretty much, like, and like it is very good. I love going in there and bouncing off. But it's very creatively friendly environment. Like, I mean, I've gone through auditions for bands and stuff like that, and met playing with people, and like you're nearly intimidated by them, or like you don't feel like you can really express yourself as much as you want to, or that if you bring an idea to the table, they'll shoot it down. With this group, it's not at all like that. Like literally, it's open water. Like you can bring absolutely anything you want in there, and everyone takes it. Everyone adds bits to it, and they build it up, 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 up. And like pretty much this entire EP that we've had has been a joint collective of all of our work. So like it's not just like one person brings in a song and then it's a 7Levels banner, but really it's only one person's work. It's the work of a group of individuals that has brought everything together to make it work. So like it is great. Like it's exactly what I was looking for at the time, because I did want to get back into playing rock guitar, and he just kind of came along on a silver platter to join. So I jumped on the chance to do it, and I'm really, really glad that I did. It's very, very good.
Yeah, we both fizzled out of playing rock guitar because Adam got into jazz, and I've known Adam for quite a long time now. It's like 6 years I've known Adam. Yeah. So like he started getting into jazz, and then I started following, kind of, you know, trying to get into it as well. And we both kind of lost our way from that, like, because when we met first.
Yeah, I was a blues purist.
Yeah,
I was an absolute purist of that. Like I was diehard about it. I mean, if you didn't know who Robert Johnson was, I didn't want to know who you were. I would just shoot you down straight away, like. And you were like total metalhead.
Yeah.
So it was a weird combination of styles, like, but
I wouldn't play anything but a 7-string guitar. Like,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. See, 7. There you go, 7 again. 7 again. But like, yeah, it was a weird combination of styles, but it worked between the two. So we kind of just took it from there, really. So it was.
Yeah, we clicked from the beginning.
Straight away from the beginning.
He came to my door asking me and my friends to go kill somebody. So and then I knew I pretty much liked him. So
Yeah, I had a bit of, I've had my meltdown moments in the past, shall we say. You know, they come once in a blue moon, but when they come, they certainly do fucking come.
They go at it awful hard.
Awful hard.
There's nothing quite as powerful as mutually assured destruction to bond you together. So yes, the possibility of murder would certainly have that effect on a friendship.
Well, myself and Louis now, we've had our fair share of fucking insane evenings. Let me bloody tell you, bonding experiences for sure, absolutely.
Class antics now.
Some class antics indeed. Yeah, a few for the history books, or a few for the 7Levels diaries when they're released. You know what I mean? Very, very good. But yeah, we met like in the middle of nowhere back in Wexford. It's just I grew up there in a place called Cullenstown. There was nothing there, like. So I used to play guitar all the time.
There's one pub there.
Yeah, one pub. Yeah.
With 2 people in it.
With 2 people in it.
I don't like anybody else coming in.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's that kind of place.
Yeah.
So I moved there, and he happened to be there.
Yeah, it was just
happened to be musicians. It was just
a bit of a chance encounter, really.
Yeah.
It kind of just happened. Very. Yeah, it was. I don't really know how to describe it. It's a bit of it, just kind of like one day there was no one there. The next day I was in your house every single day playing guitar.
Yeah.
That was basically what happened.
Since then it's been unstoppable, like,
yeah, pretty much, like, and even like when we were saying, like, even if we go as far away from each other as possible, because we were very, like, we went completely opposite ends, it always seems to gel together, which was good. And even Mike and Jared, same, which is deadly, like, because they gel off each other too. So like we kind of came in knowing how to read each other, and they already knew how to read each other, and then with the 4 of us together knew how to read each other, and then Keen came in, and he just kind of.
And I was actually in
the
band with Keen before. So I was in a band in Wexford called the Whiskey Gypsies.
Where's my people?
Yeah, and we did one video. Well, they're still going, but like I did one video with them, and Keen done one video with them. And since then, me and Keen were kind of tight then, like, you know, and we had to get a new bassist sent for 7Levels, so we got Keen straight away because I already knew him. I had already played with him before and stuff, you know what I mean? So it's worked out really well. The whole thing, perfect.
Yeah, and obviously I know the lads almost a decade now. I used to be Keen's manager when he was in 20 Miles That Way, for instance.
Yeah. That's quite. I like that about Waterford, though. I must say, is that everyone knows everyone, and everyone's got a history with everyone, which is good. But be it bad or good or whatever, like I do quite like the fact that it's a very connected place, or at least it seems that way to myself anyway, which is quite good. You kind of meet one person, and then it kind of snowballs, and then all of a sudden you meet like 50 people.
Yeah, once you meet one musician, you meet them all.
Yeah, you do. You meet them all. Yeah, it's mad. Like, yeah.
Because I haven't been in Waterford very long. Like, I'm from Wexford. Like, I was living in Wexford town. I used to busk there and stuff. You know what I mean? So I just kind of came into Waterford to busk, really, like, because it was better than Wexford, and just met so many people through busking, and then through doing gigs in Ishkabaha and stuff, and going to like Barleyfield sessions.
Barleyfield, yes. I met a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Good, like, very, very good. Or the Beer Keeper, and that used to be a place. I'm sure some people remember that. Oh, the whole 6 months it was open for.
That's a definite problem with Waterford, unfortunately, is venues, isn't it? I mean, we have great places that play music 7 nights a week, but it's not accessible to everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Beer Keeper, like I used to play in there like every Monday, and then that went. But then I remember like the Metal Man as well, like then on the Quay, like that was a great place to go to see loads of people play and everything. And that was the same thing gone. Yeah, that was a real shame. Like that was a really good place to go and see groups play. Like, you know, good, bad, or whatever, didn't really matter. It was good, a good environment. Like, but yeah, no, it's kind of like, yeah, like I said, like once you meet one person, it kind of snowballs. It's just kind of I suppose the most difficult bit really is kind of going out and saying hello to them. When you think about it, really, like it can be a bit like, you know, you can kind of be a bit nervous or whatever. Like, don't know who you're going to be talking to, like, what's
yeah, especially because I was kind of a shit guitarist when I started going to Waterford first. Like I didn't really know much. I wasn't a great singer either. Like developed massively since going there because of being around so many musicians and doing it so often now. Like because it's a job now.
Yeah.
Well, not now with this quarantine. Like I'm pretty much fucked because of it, like, you know, because I can't bust, I can't gig, like that's my whole purpose, you know.
Yeah, I'm lucky with the quarantine thing. Like I like I said, I teach a lot of guitar. I teach in a school in Clonmel and I teach around Waterford as well. But I'm quite lucky that a lot of my lessons went all online over Zoom, actually, exact same as this. Like, so I'm one of the very lucky ones that got to retain that. But for like pretty much anybody else in the performance world or in the teaching world, they're kind of screwed. I used to play in a place called Shush as well every Friday, and that's gone as well because of the whole quarantine thing. So I'm lucky that I still have to teach and things. So without that, I'd be kind of fucked, a bit screwed, like. But yeah, anyone in the performance world at the moment, that's not a great thing. But other than that, I'm having a great time.
Yeah, it's been good. Like,
yeah, like you see some people like yeah, not really doing it, and it's like yeah,
it's kind of boring.
It's kind of boring. It's like I'm having a great.
Like, how can it be bad for a musician? Like, how much time can you possibly ask for to create stuff? Sit at home and play your instrument.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about it. Is all the practice time. Like I was saying earlier on today, like me and Louis were talking about that. Like this is probably the first time since like I was about 17, where like I wake up in the morning like, well, I have literally no other responsibilities other than just play guitar and come up with stuff. Like that's literally
it's the same.
Like,
it's the same for me. Like else. I can just sit here, I can just play guitar, like, you know what I mean. I'm creating, I'm having more ideas, I'm inspired because I'm driven, because I'm fucking mad for it. Like now, like, you know what I mean. We're not allowed it now, so
yeah.
Now we want it.
As soon as it's taken away, yeah, absolutely. As soon as stuff's taken away, that's exactly when you want it back. Like, so, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's making everyone appreciate how important music is as well, because I think for a very long time we were all taken for granted, whether it be a promoter or a band or an artist or a director or an actor or a comedian. Anything in the arts was taken for granted. It was just, that extra thing on the side. Whereas now people are more aware that that extra thing on the side is actually the thing that brings spark of magic to your life.
Oh yeah, it can,
and that it's people's careers and it's people's livelihood. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? People are realizing the importance of it now as well, I think.
Like a song can make or break your day. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, if you're having a terrible day, like when you listen to one song, it can completely change your entire outlook on absolutely everything. So I mean, like I think you're dead right in saying that. Definitely now more than ever, people are kind of more inclined to kind of start listening. So then you see it all over Facebook and Instagram and stuff, that people put it up on their stories like this a song a day for 30 days. Like that thing is
and people doing live gigs as well. Everybody's tuning into those.
Exactly,
like, you know what I mean? Because they can't go see us. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People want it. Like, they're realizing how much they actually want to go and see live music now. Like, and how important we are to a society. Like,
absolutely.
As musicians,
like, I think one of the coolest ones I saw was Jordan's. They put their sessions on Tuesday. They put them online, so people can still post up all that. That's brilliant. Like, that's such a clever idea. Like, you know, everyone can still play and they still get to share all their songs that they've learned with people and whatever. And, you know, it's great. Like that I do like it because like people, I feel a lot more connected to people. Like, I mean, I'm in college in the WIC, and I always felt a bit disconnected from everyone in there. It could have just been me or whatever, but now I feel, because we're all talking over Zoom all the time, so that people are a lot more connected. And I feel that with other people as well, like other friends of mine that I have, like around the country and stuff, that I haven't heard from in ages, and they're all kind of calling me and stuff like that. So I think, like, you know, there's a lot of ups and downs to this lockdown thing. But me personally, I'm having a good time. I'm getting what I wanted. I kind of wanted a bit of a pause for a while. Do you know what I mean?
And it's re-sparking things between people, relationships, you know, families, everything. You know, it's all going.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, there's the other end where people are stuck inside with each other, and obviously they're going to kill each other. But then you have the other end where people are stuck inside and they're doing nothing but bonding, like, you know. So
exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's cool. Whatever the consequences are afterwards, fuck it, whatever. Just like enjoy it for what it is at the moment. If you can, would be my advice on the topic, really.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. Now, obviously, you're talking about other people enjoying music a lot more at the moment. Do you guys have any particular captivity jams that you've just been listening to nonstop, or any bands I should be listening to right now?
Oh yeah, well that's every day. But like, I mean, I listen to literally everything. Like, I love absolutely everything. But like groups to get into, if you like them, like, I mean, bands like if you're talking about bands, and particularly rock bands that blew my mind, like just the classic guys like Cream, Led Zeppelin. Like I used to love Supertramp and the James Gang. That's one that not a lot of people know.
Yeah.
If you like Joe Walsh from the Eagles, but you want to hear him a little bit heavier, go look up the James Gang. Jeff Beck group. My guitar style in this group anyway, really comes from late 60s English blues boom rock thing. So, like the guys like I said, Jimmy Page and all those kind of things. But then, like, I love the blues as well. So, like, I mean, I kind of, and like I said earlier on, like, this group kind of got back listening to rock. So I went back and rediscovered all that kind of stuff. And I've kind of been doing that over lockdown, trying to get it back into my playing again, because I kind of went down the jazz hole for a very long time. Like, but albums in particular to look up, if you haven't looked them up, look up Fresh Cream. Look that up if anybody who doesn't know that, and look this up. It's a half an hour long, so it's only a half an hour out of your day if you don't like it. Do you know what I mean? That's a really good one to look up. Bleach, Nirvana. I forgot that existed, and I stumbled across it the other day. Floyd the Barber, School. I forgot I loved all that stuff. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Idols, Deftones,
Yeah,
Enter Shikari, absolutely amazing band, one of my favorites all time. Enter Shikari dropped a new album as well, fantastic. New song they brought out, Dreamers Hotel, give that a listen, that's incredible. Or Hoodwinker is an amazing song by those guys, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, even like there's so many groups like the Kinks, even stuff like that. I mean, I was very much of that 60s. I wanted to be a Beatle, pretty much, like, is what I wanted to be, pretty much. Or Eric Clapton. It was more like Eric Clapton. I wanted to be Eric Clapton. But you know what I mean. But like a lot of that stuff. But then, like, I like a lot of fusion. I like a lot of like kind of jazz rock fusion stuff. Like, that's really great music to listen to. And I could even pop music. Like, you know what I mean. Like I'd sit down and listen to Ariana Grande. Do you know what I mean? I'd sit and I'd listen to, like, yeah, I'm like, I like this. But
stuff to be learned from all.
You can learn from everything. Like, I mean, like, that's. I used to be I used to call myself a rock snob. That's how I would have described myself 3 years ago. If I look back on that now, a rock snob. If it wasn't from, like I said, the 60s or 70s, like early 70s, and if it wasn't like the Gibson Les Paul and the Marshall Amp, I didn't care about it. Just get lost. But as time went by, like, and as I got exposed to the stuff, and as I met other people, all in Waterford for the most part, they were like, oh, I like trad, I like classical music, I like jazz music, I like fucking pop music, I like whatever. And I'm like, right, I don't know, 'cause you're not going to be like a dickhead and turn around and go, well, that's shit, even if you don't know what it is. That's just stupid.
That's what I used to be like. I like with metal. Like, if I heard any clean singing, if it wasn't screaming or hardcore vocals, like, I wouldn't listen to it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's shit. Pussy.
Yeah.
Terrible music,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah, you can't play that, you're shit.
And then I started singing fucking like acoustic indie folk music, and I really got into it, and I really pursued that then as well. Like, I'm writing songs down at the minute as well, like, my own stuff, or just me and acoustic guitar kind of job, like,
Yeah,
so
and
it's changed me being around so many other open-minded musicians. Like, it's gonna make you open-minded as well.
Yeah, absolutely, completely. So, like, or at least it should, and if it doesn't, then you're doing something.
Yeah, it's probably something wrong.
Something wrong. Yeah. Definitely something wrong. But like, I felt like I went through a phase of falling in love with like songs from the 1930s. Like that just happened out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, like Cole Porter and all those guys. And then a week later, like I'm back listening to like like I said, like Zeppelin, all that kind of stuff. So like, I mean, as open-minded as you can be is best, because you never know what you're going to discover in it. Somebody could play you something and you could be absolutely completely turned off to it, and you hear one thing 2 seconds in, and that could completely revolutionize the entire way you look at your instrument, completely change absolutely everything for you.
It's the same with me, because like I'm actually not a fan of jazz really at all.
Yeah.
Well,
not a lot of people are.
I have like bebop jazz. I don't like that because it's
crazy music. It's organized.
I can't groove to organized chaos.
Yeah, and that's fair enough.
But fucking, like, but I've learned a lot from listening to it, like regarding chords and like all stuff, new stuff. Like lo-fi hip hop is a big love of mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's great stuff as well.
Yeah, chill hop stuff. Like I love electronic music, abstract electronica and stuff like that. A lot of French house music and stuff. It's absolutely amazing. Like Mr. Oizo is a big love of mine. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. The glitch of the modular synthesis and stuff like that. It's just to die for, like, you know.
Absolutely.
So like that's probably another approach we're going to take to the band. It's more electronic stuff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like my goal with music is to learn all of it, or as much as I can from all of it, and ultimately fuse it all together. Do you know what I mean? And just have this kind of, you know, not just be a one-trick pony. Do you know what I mean? Fuse it all together, and hopefully, you know, I'll have that. Well, probably take my whole life, but you know what I mean. Hopefully, I'll be able to showcase some of that, or showcase a lot of it. Hopefully, in you know, the songs that we have coming out. Hopefully, people can hear those influences I'm talking about.
They can,
and in future projects as well. You know, with 7 Levels and stuff like that. With other songs, you know, I'd like to, you know, almost have it like a story, like, you know what I mean, that you can nearly go back and go, well, Adam kind of, you know, his solo was very much like this, but then as time went by, you know, he kind of developed it and became like its own thing. You know what I mean? Have the solo be like a story, or have like your own playing be like a story, and so, you know, complement the song. Don't just be here's a guitar solo and whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, have it to complement the song and really bring it out. Like,
we don't want generic. Like,
nah,
it's the same when we show people the song that we've released. Did you ever listen to yourself? Like, they say that's weird. They say that's strange. That's because it's not generic. It's its own thing. Like, which is what it has to be, and that's what you have to have. Like, where to go somewhere. No one wants to hear the same old blues every. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
same old.
Like, it's nice to go back and revisit it.
Yeah.
But like, it's nice for these things to develop as well. Like, you know, like, we have to move forward with music.
That's the great thing.
So you have to. We have all these influences in the band. They come together, and people say, "Oh, that's strange," but they like it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a melting pot of creation. Is what this group is, in my opinion. You know, I think yeah. You know, it's like I said, it's brilliant that you can just bring stuff in, just go, I've got this weird fucked up thing, help me with it, and everyone goes, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Can we fuck it up more?
Can we fuck it up more? Yeah.
Or can we tame it? Like, you know what I mean? It depends on what the song is.
It's like bringing in, you know, coal and turning them into diamonds. It's great. That's cool. I like that.
Personally, I don't think any musical genius ever brought out a song that didn't at first make people go, oh, that's weird. In respective to Did You Ever Really Listen to Yourself, to me, it has incredible, empowering words about growth and change and the world around us. And if anyone's listening to it carefully, they should be getting that from it. You know what I mean? And then the way all the music and all you guys play together, it's just a beautiful accompaniment of sound to go with a message that is incredibly powerful and shows exactly the direction in which your band is going to be going, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's Jer's lyrics for you though, isn't it? Fantastic.
Like, do you know what I mean? A message in all of those songs, which is great. Like, do you know what I mean?
Because like, there's not one thing dry about lyrics in any of those songs. Any of the ones that are coming as well. The next one on the way is better again. Yeah, that's what I think too. I think a lot of people will enjoy this EP. You know, like I said, you know, I could be a terribly you know, like I said, a bit of a snob for a time, like with the jazz thing, but like, when I got into this rock band, you know what I mean? Like, it broke that all down. It broke down because I thought the songs were great, like, you know what I mean? And if I didn't think they were good, I wouldn't. The genre didn't matter. It wasn't important. It didn't matter. Fuck, couldn't care less. You know what I mean? If it's good, if it's good, it's good. It's bad, it's bad. You know what I mean? Duke Ellington said that, and he said that about everything. You know what I mean? It's good, it's good. It's bad, it's bad. And these are good songs. You know, genre aside, doesn't matter. Like, I think a lot of people will, you know, if they give it a chance, you know, can really jump on board, like, with the you know, with the project. Like, so I think. And but then the songs that are coming out now, do you know what I mean? The ones that are going to come out soon. Yeah, it's a versatile EP as well. There's not one song on it. Yeah, it's not like I said, it's not the same old. Like, they're all different songs. And like I said, like you'll never hear anything like Did You Ever Listen to Yourself Again. We're not doing any songs like that. Like, it doesn't. Nothing. They change all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. Like you could say, oh, it's a punk band, but really it's. But it's not. It's not though. You know what I mean? It's kind of like. It's got elements of it in there, like, but then you could listen to some of the stuff that's going to come out, and you can be like, oh, it's like a psychedelic band, and you're like, oh, then again, no, it's not really, like, or then you can like, oh, it's like a hard rock band. And that's where we want to be. We want people to be, like, obviously, you know, the press and like the magazines and Twitter and all, they want genres, they want to label, they want to categorize, they want somewhere to put us, of course, like, but give them a hard time, like, you know what I mean? And I know everyone says that about the ones, like, literally everyone does.
But the thing is, everybody might say it, but the more important thing, the thing that I know about you guys as people and that I know about the band is you're not meant to fit in a box. Fitting in boxes is for objects and losers. you're there to stick out of the mold, to do your own thing. You're basically an ever-evolving supergroup that came together in a time where everyone needed each other, and you all have different elements that are going to add magic and spark to each changing, evolving song that comes along down the line. That's how I view you.
Well, I hope that's how everyone fucking views us.
Same, I hope that's how everyone fucking views us. My dream of being in Cream is coming true. I guess so in a way, like, yeah. But like, yeah, I mean, it is good that way. People, yeah, I do like that as well. Like, there's not one person in it that there's not one person involved that doesn't have any kind of like no playing experience. We pretty much all have playing experience for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. Like, I mean, we've all done other things before it.
Yeah, we all do our own thing. You know,
yes.
Jared does gigs on his own.
Yeah.
You know, I do gigs on my own. Adam does gigs with fucking everyone. Like, you know what I mean? Mike does gigs with fucking everyone. Then fucking not everyone. I know he's in a few bands. There's a few bands, Mike.
Oh, James, one was good for you though. He's busy boy.
I know he does cover gigs as well with.
He does stuff with Cal.
Yeah, he does stuff with Cal, and obviously y'all know Cal. Yeah. But yeah, like everyone's got their own shit going on, like, which is good because then like it's like a nice break from your own job, like, because everyone else, like, because like what Adam would do is a job as well, like, you know, he treats it seriously. I do the same. Like, it's routine. Like, I go busking, like I go in the morning, like I get up early to do it, like, you know, I set up, like I stay there. I could busk for maybe 6 hours, like, you know what I mean, fucking. So we all have it, like.
Exactly, yeah. Like,
but then we get to come together at the end of it and take a break from all that shit that can really get annoying. Like, you know, if I'm busking for 6 hours, I have a 2-hour set. So I do the same 2-hour set 3 times. Yeah. And that's really monotonous. Like, it's just, you end up hating every song, you end up hating playing. And then you go back to a practice room with a bunch of fucking dudes that are all fucking vibing, like, you know what I mean? And it's just perfect then, like, because you can all enjoy it. You can start creating something, like, you know, someone has one little idea and we just develop and it turns into an amazing song like that. We can't get out of our heads, like, you know, so hopefully that's what's going to happen for everybody else.
Yeah, it's a group as well that's well able to improvise. Like, everyone's well able to improvise. That's a big thing with me. Like, I like, you can meet these people and they can play all this stuff and they can play a song from start to finish. That's great. But then they can't play anything. They can't improvise. So that to me is a big thing. But like, we've had jams out in that fucking shed that have gone for like 25 minutes.
Yeah, a 25-minute funk jam.
Yeah, that could have started out as just like 3 notes on guitar, like, you know.
You can't improvise. I don't see the point. I don't like.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in that. Like, I used to be classical guitar player when I was younger, like, and then
and a cellist.
And a cellist as well. Very pretentious, but like, I couldn't improvise a fucking thing. Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't play anything, like, you know what I mean? So when I got into blues and rock and stuff, it was all about like your own creation. You know, you can do what you want. Like, I mean, your solo is you. Like, so.
It's rebelling against being in that box.
Completely. That's a total reaction to having been told for like about 8 years that I could only play what's written on a piece of paper. Do you know what I mean?
You didn't even play chords.
No, I didn't know what chords were. I was classical guitar player, but I couldn't play chords. I could play some whatever, but like, I could play all the scales in the world. But if someone said play G chord,
who's that?
Yeah, like, who's that? Yeah, it was fucking weird. It was so weird. Like, it was so strange. Like, but yeah, back to what I was saying. I do like that about this group. It's like you can go out there and you can like I say, you can throw out an idea, people develop it, or you can just jam out an idea and they develop it. So there was one section in that I really liked, and then everyone remembers it. You snip it out and you develop it, and that could be a song.
We have hours and hours and hours of recordings of us in the shed.
So many.
Some of it's just inaudible, we can't even hear.
Yeah,
like,
some of it is fuzzy, like that happened.
Yeah, but like we have so much of it there, like just so many ideas. Like, if you go back through them, you could have 2 fucking albums worth of ideas. Like, you know, if you build on them all, like, it just depends on the work you're willing to put in. Like,
yeah, a lot of potential. I really do believe, you know. So hopefully all of you out there will see us and feel the same when you all hear it.
And they all should be paying close attention to you guys. And I can't stress this enough because you're probably my ones to watch the most in Waterford. And that's my personal opinion. I'm allowed to have one. And everything I say about you guys is meant with incredible passion and love. Like, I adore you. I think everyone should be paying really close attention to you. Like, Waterford as a whole is so full of talent. I want to show that to the world. But you guys are pretty much my top pick, you know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's nice.
Well, we should grab the attention with the next release anyway.
Yeah.
Definitely. It slaps. Absolutely slaps.
Absolute banger.
So I'm going to ask you one last question before we go. So lockdown, as we know it, is starting to loosen. But what's the first thing you're going to do when lockdown ends?
Ends. Just now. Honestly, I'll probably get fucked up, I'd say, when the fucking thing is over, I'd say, to be honest. But when it ends, like, to be honest with you, if they're out, like, I'd be looking forward to kind of. I don't want it to fucking end. I'm having a good time. I'm kind of having a good time, but like, hopefully, like, they're talking about a live music ban. Hopefully, that doesn't last too long. So like, when it's over, like, getting out, playing live, showing people what we've got.
There might have to be some rebellious gigs organized somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, you can't go, like, you know, a live music band. Okay, fine. How long is that going to last? Do you know what I mean? Like, how long is that going to go on for? Do you know what I mean? Not fucking ever. So fuck that. Get out there, show people the songs. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, just play.
We'll set up in the middle of the fucking street.
I don't care. I couldn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'll do that. Like, I mean, play the fucking song. If you have to pull the Beatles on, do fucking rooftop concert, do it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to play. Fucking
that's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna play.
Yeah, literally. So basically, what we're doing already.
Just people will be watching now.
Yeah, that's the only difference. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's all about playing. That's the only thing I care about. I honestly couldn't care about anything else.
Yeah, we're working on a video as well for the next release.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
So expect that.
That should be about 2 months' time, hopefully. So 8 weeks or so, like that. So around some middle of the summer, we should have another song coming out as well. And yeah, so that when that comes out and when the lockdown's over, big gigs, hopefully, a lot of people there having a good time. That's what I would love to see. That's what not love to see. That's what we're going to see.
Yeah.
That is what's going to happen. And for that to happen, we all have to imagine it in our minds and really believe it's going to happen, and we'll make it happen.
Have to manifest it, man. Yeah.
Yeah. You want it bad enough, you got to make it happen. I mean, absolutely. Totally agree.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I'm going to stop recording and we'll go back to our chats. But if you want to say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you all soon. Bon voyage.